If your iPad's front panel is cracked, like this one's is, you can either live with it, buy a new one, or as I'm going to show you today, fix it. Just remember that this isn't something you should do if you have an Apple Care Plus or other warranty that covers accidental damage. Also, I encourage you to watch my video on what to know before trying to fix a smartphone or tablet. It will help you decide if you should tackle the repair yourself or just take your iPad to a shop. And lastly, understand that by following the instructions in this video, you do so at your own risk. Before you begin, you'll need to get the necessary replacement parts and tools. Now, on this iPad, we're replacing just the front panel, not the LCD, and we'll be reusing the home button and metal camera bracket from the old panel. Now, you can buy replacement panels online between $50 and $150. Just be sure you buy the right one for your iPad. And depending on where you buy the panel, it may come with pre-cut adhesive strips. If it doesn't, you'll need to buy them or cut your own strips from double-sided tape. As for tools, you'll need a hairdryer or heat gun, a few thin metal blades, several plastic spudgers, guitar picks or plastic case opening tools, and a Phillips 00 screwdriver. Again, you can pick these up online if you don't have them. Lastly, I'll be replacing the panel on an iPad 2, but the same basic steps can be used on the iPad 3. The first step is to back up all the iPad's data using iCloud or iTunes, just in case something goes wrong. With that done, you can begin removing the cracked panel by heating its edges with a hairdryer or heat gun. This loosens the adhesive that holds the panel to the case. Heat a small area of the panel until you can easily insert a thin tool between the panel and the case and gently pry them apart. If the panel doesn't easily come away from the case, keep heating the area. Also, take care not to insert the tool too far into the iPad. Doing so can damage the LCD and other internal components. Once you've created a small gap in one area, work your way around the edge, heating and prying as you go. You'll need to leave placeholders, like this spudger, in the separated sections to prevent the panel and case from sticking back together. You'll also need to be very careful when working to the right of the home button. The Wi-Fi antenna is attached to the panel here, and you'll need to gently pry it loose without damaging it. And although we're not really worried about breaking the panel anymore, take care around the bottom left corner. The panel's digitizer cable is located here, and you don't want to damage any other internal components by carelessly yanking it loose. With the panel separated from the case, we need to disconnect it from the main circuit board. Unfortunately, the connector is located under the LCD, so remove the display's 4 Phillips screws and lift it away from the case, holding it along the right edge and folding it over along the left. Then disconnect the LCD connector from the main board and set the display somewhere safe. We can now disconnect the broken panel. First, carefully flip up the 2 locking levers on the digitizer cable connector. As you remove the cable from the connector, you'll need to gently peel it away from the main board's metal shielding. With the broken panel completely detached, we can now remove the home button contact using our Phillips screwdriver. Then, using our hairdryer again, heat and remove the bracket and button. The camera plate comes off in a similar manner. You'll also want to remove any pieces of adhesive that are still stuck to the metal case. We're now ready to assemble and install the new front panel. First, attach the old home button and camera plate using your pre-cut adhesive strips. Next, reconnect the digitizer cable and flip down the locking levers. Reconnect the LCD and secure it to the frame with its screws. Now, fold the front cover over into place, being extremely careful not to damage its cable. At this point, we're just testing the panel's fit and functionality, so we haven't applied any of the adhesive strips. Turn the iPad on and verify that everything works. If it does, turn the unit off, lift open the panel, and apply the adhesive strips. Now, before closing the panel for hopefully the last time, carefully inspect the LCD and inside of the panel for dust. If you see any, gently remove it using a microfiber cloth or puff of air. Avoid touching the inside of the panel's viewing area or the LCD with your fingers or anything else that might damage these surfaces. Once you're sure both surfaces are clean, fold the front panel back onto the metal case and press firmly but gently along the edges. After removing the front panel's protective film, the fix is complete. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a tough fix, but if done right, it can breathe new life into a broken iPad. Now, if you have questions about this fix or any of my cracking open videos, you can contact me through Twitter. And to see more teardown photos of the iPad and other tech gadgets, go to techrepublic.com/crackingopen. For CNET and Tech Republic, I'm Bill Detweiler.